Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you, and welcome to Corporate Law and Professional Ethics class lecture number 4. This is an important lecture in the sense that you will learn that how a company can be registered, how a company can be incorporated. So registration, formation or incorporation of the company, that is the main topic that you will have to learn today. According to Section 14 of the Companies Act 2017, 3 or more persons associated any lawful purpose and complying with the requirements of the Act may form a public company. And 2 or more persons, they form a private company, and a single person can form a single member company. As we have already studied in our previous lecture, that for a private company, minimum number of members is 2 and maximum 50. For a public company, minimum 3 and maximum no limit. And for a single member company, obviously there is only one member. This lecture is also divided into 3 parts, part A, B, and C. At the end of this lecture, the students must, inshallah, comprehend that what are different steps involved in the formation of a company under the Companies Act 2017. This is most important for you because it mainly relates with the practical skills of the registration of a company. If you learn these steps, maybe possible I give you assignment in this regarding this lecture, in which I will give you to form a public company, a private company, a single member company, write a procedure of incorporation. And you may also be asked that you may fictitiously register a company. So what is the procedure that you will have to follow? So you must have to learn this lecture quite, you must hear it quite attentively. What are different steps involved? Basically, these are the 5 main steps involved in the formation of company. The first is the promotion stage. It is the pre-registration stage. Second is incorporation stage. Here the registration stage starts. Subscription stage, commencement stage, and certificate of incorporation. Promotion stage is the most important one because at that time, anyone who want to register a company, he is technically called as promoter. So promoter is the person who takes an important role in the formation and registration or incorporation of a company. So it is the responsibility of the promoter that he will have to thoroughly work out that what sort of business he want to start and whether that business suit in that particular area or not. For example, he is starting some factory, forming a company that will, for example, a sugar mill. He wants to start a sugar mill in a particular area. So first of all, you will search out whether the sugar cane crops is growing in that particular area or not. So these are the promotion stage. That is the pre-incorporation stage. This is the most important. So to find out what business is to be started, that is the most important. The second thing, that whether the material is available in that particular locality or not. Third, whether the skillful persons, the labor in that particular field are available or not. And last but not the least, that whether it will be beneficial, whether that business will be successful or not. So keeping in view all these things, the promoter will have to decide that what business is to be started. Besides this, he will also start preparing different documents, that is memorandum of association and articles of association. But in pre-incorporation stage, it is the promoter who is responsible to identify the business. I will also give you here the address of the Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan, because the company that is to be registered must address to the Commissioner CCD CLD Security and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, 63 Jinnah Avenue, NIC Building, Blue Area, Islamabad. So after promotion stage, the incorporation stage start. Incorporation here mean a registration stage. So practically the registration starts here. First of all, the very first, before you prepare any document, you will have to apply to the Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan to get approval of the name of your company, for which the fee is just nominal fee that you will have to submit. If you are online, you will have to pay 200 rupees, and offline 500 rupees through MCB, Muslim Commercial Bank, or UBL, United Bank Limited, in favor of Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan. So that is the most important. That is the very, very first step in the formation of a company. So name is important. There are certain limitations that we will discuss afterward, that you cannot register a name of a company which is already registered. For example, we cannot register a company's name by Suzuki or Dalda or Shan, etc., which are already registered companies. And there are a few other restrictions that we will study afterward. The second thing, when you get the approval from of the name of the company, you will start preparation of memorandum of association. So why memorandum came the second? Because the very first clause of the memorandum of association will define the name clause. Name clause, that what is the name of the company. The name of the company is the most important, because the registrar will register the name of the company with in the register of the companies, and will correspond with the company by their name. Second thing is the preparation of article of association. After preparation of memorandum, the article of association will be prepared. If you have not prepared the article of association, then there is a clause that is in the Companies Act, which will guide you. There, we will discuss it later on. Execution of pre-incorporation contracts, if any. Sometime the company is established to purchase an established business. So before the incorporation of a company, the promoters enter into a contracts. These contracts are called as pre-incorporation contract, because the company has not yet registered, and therefore the contracts are called as pre-incorporation contract. It is also very interesting that a company who get the benefit of these pre-incorporation contracts are not bound by this contract, because the company has not yet came into existence at the time when this contract was signed, and these were signed by the promoters. So that is the part A of today's lecture. In this lecture, what we have learned is that how a company is to be registered. So according to section 14 of the Companies Act, it is very much clear that if you want to register single member company, only one person required, public company 2 to 50, and public private company 2 to 50, and public company 3 to unlimited. These are the 5 different steps that we have studied. The most important is the promotion stage. It is a pre-income. Before the registration, the promoter must thoroughly search and get the feasibility report, that what sort of business is to be started, and what different questions they will have to decide, that whether there is the scope of this business in that locality, the materials is available, the skillful person and labor is available, etc. etc. So that's enough for part A today, and there will be a short break, and we will discuss the we will resume our lecture with lecture number 4, part B, after a short